What's going on, guys? It's Wednesday, and you all know what that means. It means the Movie Idiot Show. What is the Movie Idiot Show? Well, let me tell you. The Movie Idiot Show is me sitting here in a chair talking to you about movie news and TV news and entertainment and all that kind of fun stuff, and we interact. That's how we do the Movie Idiot Show. I got a few topics to talk about this week, obviously, but first, before I get to that, how can you submit for topics, you may ask? Well, you can submit for topics via email to themovieidiot@gmail.com. That's one way you can do it. And that's how you submit for main topics. But also to have interaction with the show, how do you interact with the show? You can interact live. We're streaming on Facebook. We're streaming on YouTube right now. You can obviously comment below. That's the easiest way. The second way you can interact with the show is at MovieIdiot1 on Facebook or Twitter. And the third and the best way to interact with the show is the tip link. The reason being is after we get through our main topics, I go through all the comments and stuff that I get from Facebook, Twitter, email, whatever, and I read them off. But the first thing I read off are the tip topics, and you can send in tip questions or comments to streamlabs.com/movieidiot. And if you send them in that way, not only are your questions going to get bumped up in line and read first, but also you're supporting the show. And that is very cool of you to do. So, with that being said, we're going to start off with our main topics of the day. Our first main topic of the day, it's kind of a two-parter for me. First of all, this past weekend, I actually got to go to a movie theater and see a movie. You guys, dude, it has been way too long. It was way too long. I immediately felt at home. The experience overall, I'll kind of go over it. Obviously they had the mask requirement, which pretty much every public building has anyway, so that's not that big a deal. So you go in, you got your mask on. It's AMC, so I'm AMC A-list member, so I reenacted my A-list membership because I watch movies. It's what I do. So I went into AMC, really easy, seamless. It's actually all like right on your phone. So you just, so you just show, your phone, you pull up your ticket. It's all, no contact, whatever. So you don't have to worry about any of that. You get in, everything's spaced out and distanced and everything. So, all of that is, taken care of. I did not get any concessions. I had eaten before. So, but I was gonna get some popcorn. So I can't, comment on that. But all in all, a good experience. Fine. Totally cool. Everything was really clean. Lots of hand sanitizer everywhere, hand wipes and whatnot. So the experience of going to the movies itself, very COVID friendly, or unfriendly, or however you want to put that. Pandemic friendly, I don't know, but all in all, good. So that was my experience at AMC, going back. So I was very happy to do that, and I saw New Mutants. That's the movie I saw. It came out last weekend. If you guys don't know, this is the final installment of Fox's X-Men saga. So literally the last Fox X-Men movie there will be. And so I definitely wanted to see it. This movie's been delayed more than a few times. But finally, and now granted, the last two times it was delayed, it was not their fault because of a pandemic. They couldn't help that. But finally it got released and I saw it, and it was okay. It was okay. The premise is cool, right? I love the premise of the movie, the basic premise of it. I'm not going to give anything away, no spoilers here, so you don't have to worry about that. I just felt like the characters, first of all, the movie's only an hour and a half long. Most comic book movies nowadays run 2+ at this point. And I felt like they could have used maybe a couple more hours, maybe like 20 more minutes, 15 to 20 more minutes of just a little more character development. So I felt like it lacked a little bit in that. And I mean, the powers and stuff of these kids are really cool. The power of the doctor lady was really cool. The special effects are awesome. It's definitely enjoyable and worth a watch if you like comic book movies or movies in general. And you're typically like most movies, you can go in and probably enjoy this movie. But it definitely was kind of It was okay. It was all right. The ending was good, fun, a good, solid action-packed ending, which was nice. But all in all, I have to say, I'll give it a sideways thumb. Like, is that a thing? I don't know. I'll give it a sideways thumb. But as of right now, New Mutants is running on Rotten Tomatoes. It went up from last week when I looked. 33% on the tomato meter. Those are the critic scores. An audience score is holding at 53% on 1,274 verified ratings. Verified meaning that since Rotten Tomatoes is now partnered with Fandango, when people use Fandango, they take a little survey, and so it's verified instead of people just logging into Rotten Tomatoes going, your movie sucks, your movie sucks, your movie sucks, when they haven't even seen it. So that's what that is. So anyway, but yeah, so all in all, I will say this movie was but I got to go see a movie. I got to go see it in a Dolby Prime theater with beautiful sound and picture, and it was amazing. You guys, I love it. It was awesome, and I was so glad. So that is all I was super worried about, and that is what I got, so I'm happy. And even if the movie was so-so, that's okay. So, did any of you see New Mutants? If so, what did you guys think? Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on that, and we're going to move on to our next main topic. And our next main topic is, well, friends, it's Tenet. Tenet launches this weekend. Ooh, I'm just pounding on my desk here. Tenet launches this weekend, and I am so stoked. This is, of course, the Christopher Nolan film, and the new Christopher Nolan film, and the one that he really wanted to reopen movie theaters with, and really, kind of get everybody back out with. And if any movie is gonna do it, I feel like Tenet will. So far, we'll look here. The Rotten Tomatoes score on Tenet is coming in critic rating of 78% and an audience score of 92%, with only 74 verified ratings, but still 148 critics going at a 78%. That's pretty good. I have heard some people who saw the movie, well, they liked the movie. One of the critiques they had is it's very complicated. This is a long movie. This is a very long movie. And they said that, sometimes it's very hard to follow. You really have to pay attention. And for a long movie, sometimes that's difficult for people. So, I am definitely excited to see this. Not sure if I'm going to get out to see it this weekend or not, but I'd like to. That would be amazing. But yeah, I mean, it's coming. Tenet is coming, and I cannot wait. And again, all the previews look really great, and it's Nolan, Christopher Nolan. I trust. He's like that warm blanket that you have. You just know it's gonna be good every time. And I trust Chris Nolan. I think Tenet's gonna be amazing. But what do you guys think? Are you guys excited for Tenet this weekend? Are you not? Are any of you going to go see it? Yeah, just let me know in the comments below your thoughts on that. And we're going to move on to our third and final main topic. Probably not going to be a super long show today. Just not a whole lot to talk about, really. But this one we're probably going to talk about a little bit more. And that is the main topic of today's show. The main topic of today's show is, what will Marvel do with Black Panther now that Chadwick Boseman has passed away? What is the path that Marvel will take? And this one's a big one. Excuse me. I've given this a lot of thought, especially the last couple of days. I didn't want to really, answer this when I did my quick, Chadwick Boseman video a couple of days ago. But I feel like now it's been a couple of days, and this is a legit question. What is Marvel going to do now that he's passed away? How do they handle Black Panther? And I actually did a Facebook poll. So I'm going to bring this up here. Now, granted, it's not an official Facebook poll because, well, Facebook took off polls for some reason. I don't know why. That's really silly. But they did it. So, but give me a second here. I'm just pulling up the poll that I made on my phone. Let's see here. Here we go. Okay, so I asked, with the passing of Chadwick Boseman, should Marvel, A, not make Black Panther 2? So simply skip it. Just, we're done. Black Panther, we're not going to make any more. Should they not make another one? Because right now, as of today, Black Panther is still set to release, I think, in like May of 2022. I don't see that happening. Even if they go forward with this movie, they're probably going to postpone. That's my guess. So, should they A, cancel the movie, no Black Panther 2 at all? Should they B, recast the role of T'Challa? So, recast T'Challa, and, you know, that was Chadwick Boseman's character in that movie. Or C, pass the mantle of Black Panther on to a new character in the movie. So, I asked people to comment on this. So, we have... Let's see here. C, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah. So all right. So there weren't a whole lot of comments here, but I got 4 people saying pass on the mantle. Let's see here. I got 1, 2 saying recast. And I got 1 saying don't even make the movie. So just cancel the movie altogether. So yeah, so that's 4, 1, and 1, so that's 6. So 4 out of 6. So yeah, I mean 2/3. 2/3 are saying pass the mantle of Black Panther on to a new character in the movie. So I actually chose a different path. I said recast. And here's why. I will say this. When Dumbledore died, right? When Dumbledore died, they recast him. And yeah, it was a little weird at first, but, you know, after a couple of minutes, you just get used to it and you're good, you know? So the actor who played Dumbledore passed away and they brought in a new actor and the new actor basically said, hey, you know, I'm going to, you know, try to do this as close to what he did as possible in honor of him. And I feel like that is a very solid way to do it. I feel like that's the way to go about this. Recast, and then, you know, you just, hey, the new actor, you know, tries to do it justice. Let's see what you can do. Recast a talented actor, and let's see what he can do. And I don't feel like that's a slap in the face to Chadwick Boseman. I don't feel like that's a bad thing. I feel like that is honoring him. I mean, he really worked hard on this role. He really brought it to life. And I mean, you're talking about, again, the first comic book movie ever to be nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards. That's huge. And Chadwick Boseman was always great at bringing big, legendary characters to life, whether they are real or fictional. Always great at that. So I just feel like the best thing they can possibly do is recast. That's the way to do it. Recast. So yeah, that's my thoughts. I think they should recast. But it isn't about me. It's about you guys. What do you guys think? Do you think they should recast? Do you think they should just stop it? Do you think that they should pass the mantle on? Let me know in the comments below your thoughts. And yeah. So normally at this time, this is when you know, we would go over, you know, all of the user comments. So I did not have any tip submissions this week, But I am going to kind of read over some of the comments that I had about Black Panther on the poll that I took. So Courtney had said option C, which was pass on the mantle. She said, but it should be only to be to Shuri because she's royal blood. So I actually, I forget, Nikita, that's that character. She's actually the leader of one of the tribes in there too, and I believe has also a claim to the throne, much like M'Baka does. So I feel like those two actually would be better choices than Shuri. Shuri's the brains. Shuri's not a warrior. She's the brains of the outfit. And I love her character kind of where it is. I actually would prefer to see either, if it passes on to somebody else, M'Baka or the girl who's going to be the queen. I think it's Nikita or Nakia. It's been a hot minute since I've seen Black Panther, but yeah, those are my kind of picks or favorites to do it. So that's just my thoughts. Melissa says pass on the torch to the sister. And then I had said, I'll take the unpopular opinion. Actors are there to bring characters to life. If Disney had a plan for Black Panther, they should see it through with a new actor. And then I mentioned Dumbledore was recast in Harry Potter. Courtney had said, that's true. My personal opinion is I would love to see a black woman superhero. Plus, she knows the technology inside and out, and she has the same heart to help others and keep Wakanda safe, which is true. But I actually think, again, the one who is going to be, the queen of Wakanda, I think it's just a better choice as a warrior and as kind of a leader, too. I just kind of like her. And then I said there was precedent in the comics, which Courtney said no surprise. Kurt chimes in. He says, finally got around to watching it. It was a really good movie. I'm assuming he's talking about Black Panther. I said, what's your opinion, Kurt? Kurt said, originally I was going to say that I think that they would recast the character, give it to his sister. But after listening to the points of Courtney, I really love the idea of it going to the sister. So Kurt's pretty much in agreement to pass the mantle on. And he says, yeah, so I would say hand it down to another character. And then he says, I would like a well-written backstory, though, on how he is no longer the Black Panther. Which, yes, if they're going to do that, if they're going to not recast and hand it off to somebody, yes, they need to do that. Which actually brings me to another point I might have. So, Chadwick Boseman has been sick for 4 years. He was diagnosed 4 years ago. There's a chance that it's a good chance that Marvel knew about it. And there's an even bigger chance that maybe they already had a contingency plan in place. I mean, what's to say that they don't already have some footage shot covering that? I mean, there's a chance that he might appear in Black Panther 2 in some way, shape, or form, because they could possibly have some footage there to fill it in. So that's just my thought on that. One of the things I was thinking about. I mean, what if they have footage shot already? I think that'd be pretty cool. But anyway, sorry, I'm going through here. So Rebecca says recast. They've recasted many actors in movies before, and there's still there's still so much to share. So much to share of T'Challa's storyline. It shouldn't be pushed to the side, and I think that Chadwick Boseman would want the same. And Sarah actually just chimed in and said the director Coogler said he didn't know, I believe. Coogler said actually that he knew he was sick, but he didn't know the extent, is what Ryan Coogler said. So he did know that he was sick, but he didn't know the extent of it. But you have to remember too, the footage doesn't necessarily have to be shot by Ryan Coogler. He's not the only one who shot Black Panther scenes. The Russo brothers also did. They did in Civil War, they did in Infinity War, and they did in Endgame. So it's possible, especially if Coogler wasn't available, that Marvel just had a contingency shot set up, some type of scene set up to explain possibly why he's not there. I'm speculating, total speculation. So don't, that's not coming from any source, or anything like that. That's just my own speculation. But I feel like that would be smart And I'm sure Marvel probably had an idea that this was a thing. Missy chimed in and said, "It got passed to Shuri in the comics. It should be canon." Yeah, and that is true. Shuri definitely took on the mantle in the comics, but I kind of hope it's not Shuri, just because I love her role right now. I love her role currently as like that support role for the Black Panther. She's so great in it, and I'd hate to take her out of that. And I feel like, again, Nakia, dang it, I should have looked up her name. I think it's Nakia, the queen. She's kind of my front runner, and then M'Baka would be like second, but I think Nakia is the one that I would really love to see. Scotty joins in, says, if they did, it has to be a twist at the beginning of the movie. I'm guessing if they pass on the mantle. Yes, I mean that's definitely something they'll have to figure out how to do that. But let's see here if I have any other comments. Nope, it doesn't look like it. Looks like that was it. So, yeah, that's all the Facebook comments I had. I did not have any Twitter comments. I did not have any emails. I did not have any tips this week either. It's been kind of a quiet week again. But I feel like next week will definitely be a bit more. And I know I had covered a lot of the Chadwick Boseman stuff over the weekend. So, I think that's going to do it. Short show today, guys. So, thank you all for tuning in. And next week, we're definitely going to talk Tenet. Hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully I will have seen Tenet by that time, and I can give you guys kind of a cool little breakdown of my thoughts on that. And yeah, so again, if you want to be a part of the show for next week, you can send in for main topics, themovieidiot@gmail.com. Or if you'd like to comment or whatever, just to have me read it out, you can do 24/7. Again, the tip link is right. Not that one. This one. Send in your tip questions to streamlabs.com/movieidiot. And again, if you tip, you support the show, and your comments get read first and foremost before everybody else. So again, thank you all for tuning in. This has been the Movie Idiot Show, and I am out of here. I will catch you all next week. Don't forget, of course, as always, to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And have a great week, everybody.